Yeah.
He puts together a pile of cops to go
So
investigate.
he doesn't put them together. The shit kind of trickles downhill from the judge onto the operations officer, onto the department heads, onto this lieutenant who gets put in charge of this investigation, and he gets a bunch of just super shitty cops. They put
Oh, they.
drunks on there. They give him someone who's been in the pawn shop unit for like 13 years. They
Okay.
give him McNulty, who's kind of just been the troublemaker, so they're like, watch out for him, and just kind of like, yeah, investigate this, but we don't want you. We don't want any wiretaps. We don't want it. We don't want any sprawl. Just dope on the table and keep it moving.
Wow. So
Um,
just bad news bears. Just like,
basically,
yeah.
basically. But it also kind of gives you a look at there's this heroic projection onto all police action, and you kind of get to see the machinations behind everything. That it's not always, you know, even though McNulty is ultimately trying to stop crime, you see the hesitancy of the whole police department to do anything that's against how they normally do things.
Right. They don't want to rock the boat against other cops, and they know that there's
No.
grift or something or
Mm-hmm.
graft.
Just speaking, just because like, well, this is so the first season keeps going, and they wind up locking up Avon by the end of the season. As they're investigating him, one of the police officers gets shot. That's the episode I told you, The Cost. I believe it
Yeah.
was episode 10 of the first season. That's really the episode I say, like, if you have to make it to that point to get fully invested.
Okay.
I feel like it's the same thing as in Game of Thrones, that point where like Dany comes out with the dragons. Like
Yeah.
if you've quit before then, you're not gonna like the show. But
Yeah.
if you can get to that point, you have something to hold on to now.
Right.
So the police officer's death kind of, or not death, but gets shot in the line of duty, kind of affects, like, it changes, like the police department goes into, all right, well, now we just got to dope on the table, arrest, like we just have to show we're doing something because this is unacceptable. And it winds up fucking up the investigation. Like, they, instead of sitting and watching the main distributor and tracking who's getting drugs and following and figuring all that out, they wind up just making everyone write warrants on all the places they have and going in and just nipping it in the bud, because following the money, they wind up, a bag man from a politician picks up money from one of the drug pits.
Oh God.
So the police pull this bag man over, and the higher ups are like, hey, we didn't tell you to do this. You have to give this dude his money back.
Yeah. Holy shit. So it's just corruption all the way up the line.
All the way up the line. And so that politician winds up playing a bigger and bigger role as the seasons go on. But the first season really just focuses on the police and the street, and just their interaction over the specific investigation.
Right.
But it clues you into kind of the rest of the city, like the kids who are in this drug crew. You see that they just live in like an abandoned apartment. They steal electricity from like the line outside. You get to see Michael B. Jordan in a really beautiful one shot, like getting up all these kids who are staying in this place and like getting them ready for school and like giving them like the little bit of food they have. It's like a really cool scene. And then
Right.
you wind up connecting with a lot of these characters, and then a lot of their stakes, they're either their lives are cost or their freedom is taken away. Um,
Man, I just got chills when you told me that.